Amen. Let us say amen. Amen. I'm gonna let Joe and one of my deacons and one of y'all need you to get through communicate together. I'm watching everything. Amen. We're thankful to be here tonight. The pastor Wesley and Sister Wesley and all the ministers present with us, Brother Larry Mercer in the back.
God bless you.
My instructor, Brother Boam. My friend, Brother Albert Shield. And my other friend, Sister Alice Slade. We're thankful for each and every one of you being present today. Each and every one of you. We're kind of blessed to have this opportunity. Urge y'all to go ahead and sit down. Thank you for being so good. On Monday night, we're erecting a house. That's our theme for this week. We're giving you an example of erecting a physical house and also a spiritual house. On Monday night, we talked about what kind of foundation are you building on? Are you building on? Yeah. And we come to the conclusion that if you're going to build a house that's going to last, then you got to build it on a solid foundation. All right. Amen. We talked about a man building his house that Jesus said, a man that hear my saying and do what they said. He said, like a man, like a wise man, and build his house on a rock. But then that listen to my word and don't do what it said. He said, I would like to give unto a foolish man that build his house on the sand. And he told us about when the wind and the rain and the flood came. The one that was built on the rock is stood. But the one that was built on the sand, it said it fell and break for the fall. All right. After we got our foundation laid, dug out, and we dug down to the hard ground, then we decided we were going to pour a slab. On last night we talked about pouring the slab and getting it all level and make sure ain't no honeycombs in it. You got to pack it out and use your water blood on it. Make sure you get all of the loose holes in out of it. Because if you don't have the wild, it'll give away. And we talked about standing, having yourself good with the truth. And that's what Christians ought to stand on. We ought to stand on the truth. We ought not to be so wishy-washy. We ought not to be carried away by every wind and every doctrine. We ought to stand on the truth. I gave the old cliche last night that said, if you don't stand for something, you fall in it. Now tonight we're going to talk about, since we got our foundation dug out, and everything is ready, we done pulled off the slab, put all our anchor bolts in, got everything ready. Now it's time for us to erect some wall. See, now we got to build some wall up. See, a structure don't look like what you see. It's kind of deceiving when you already dug it out, you got your foundation laid, and you don't hold your slab. It's kind of deceiving because sometimes I pass the house like, that's going to be a nice small house. So they started putting some walls up around it. That's a bigger house than I thought it was. So when we put up some walls, sometimes folks may think it ain't much to us until we put up the wall. To let them know who we are and what we stand for. If you will, turn your Bible to Nehemiah, 4th chapter. You probably know who I'm going to. That's all right. That's my deacon and my cousin, Salih. Me and him been together ever since we were a little bit more. So I know him and he know me. Amen. 4th chapter, verse 6. Nehemiah. Chapter 4, verse 6. Amen. Everybody ready? Yeah. King James Version said this, it said, so built we the walls, and all the walls were joined together unto the half thereof, for the people had a mind to work. All right? You church folk want to work when they want to work. man to the building. And then everybody can't be the man to do the sowing. Everybody can't be the man to do the devil together. But if they all work together, they can accomplish the purpose. Now let me drop some on you. Okay. Everybody can't be the pastor of the church. Everybody can't be the deacon of the church. Everybody children in the church. It's enough work in the church for everybody to do. You ain't got to touch my job. It's enough work for let me tell you something that God does. God equipped every church with what it needs in order for it to get through. He didn't equip everybody to be quiet. But he put every gift in the church that needed to be in the church. You know what the problem is? And I said it outside the other day. You need to pray and ask God what your gift is. And you need to work in your gift. You need to work where you do. Where you do good work in. Don't be envious of somebody else's work. See, because one thing about it, in building the house, no matter who's going in what, in order to get the walls up, they all have to work together. And each one of them was just as important as the other. Same thing here with every auxiliary and body a member of the church. It takes all of us to make one body. That's right. Here in Nehemiah. Nehemiah was a concerned man about his homeland. Yes, sir. And I do want to let you know when you leave home, you ought to leave home in a way that you can come back home. You ought to leave home with no animosity and no hatred in your heart. You ought to leave in peace so you can come back. You know, I see it happen so much and folks think they can just do this. They think they can walk off from Galilee and go somewhere else and don't say nothing. Don't tell nobody they gone. And they go somewhere else and join another church and think they ain't in fellowship with God. I want to let you know you're not in fellowship with God. If you're going to leave Galilee, you need to leave away. Working in harmony with the brothers and the sisters. I believe I read what Jesus said. Whatever bound on earth will be bound in heaven.
Yes, sir.
So we need to realize that we all got a part to play. Nehemiah was concerned about his homeland. And so many came to Mercer came and Nehemiah asked him, said, how everything doing back at home? I got a son up in Nashville. He don't call me what you talk to me, but he called his sister, the twin sister. And I was wondering how everything going down there. So you ought to be concerned about how everything is going on at home. We found out Nehemiah asked the question, how is everything back in Judah?
Yeah.
And the man gave Nehemiah some same key. He said, I'm sorry to tell you, Nehemiah, but they in beautiful shape back there.
That's right.
All the walls are down. All of the gates are down.
Yes, sir.
And this made Nehemiah very sad. Now, if you read the story, you'll find out that Nehemiah said he sit down and he wept for 2 or 3 days. But Nehemiah went like a lot of us. We 6 months later about something happened instead of putting it behind. king in that area will know that you sin.
Yes, sir.
And Nehemiah went back to Jerusalem.
Oh, yeah.
And when he got there, he looked around.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't say nothing.
Mama.
See, sometimes you got to assess the situation.
That's right.
Before you open your mouth.
That's right.
Sometimes you got to look things over before you open your mouth. And I tell my people this all the time, man, you come tell me nothing. Don't I tell y'all that? Don't tell me one side of it. I'm going to look at the other side of it too.
That's right.
So sometimes you got to assess the situation before you go. Run off too fast or go to trouble too fast. Nehemiah ain't said nothing about what he came back to do. One night he got up the feast and started going out of restaurant. After he looked the situation over, he came back. He got the rules together, told what he had a desire to do.
That's right. That's right.
And if you read the story, you find out they say, okay, that's what you have to do. Let's do it. And ain't it a wonderful thing? When you got church members and they agree together, they say, okay, let's get together, let's get this done.
Yes, sir.
Instead of someone saying, we can't do that, we ain't gonna do that, I ain't gonna do that. But it's a wonderful thing. People can come together and want to build up the kingdom of God. That's what they did. They came together. And you find out as they went, they began to start the building. And anytime you start out to do something good, you're going to have some haters. Young people call what they call, won't have a player haters, don't they? That's anytime you start out, you're going to have some haters. If you read this story, you'll find out that there was some other kings that when they found out that they were going to build a wall, it made them sick.
Yes, sir.
They got so mad, they got so mad they got sick.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes in the church, if the Lord bless you and your work will go all good, if you put on the broke and folks don't like you and they go all good, they go home later. Well, it makes them sick that everything went well. They already wishing that it don't work out. We don't stop that. We don't stop that. Any program that you have here at Galilee, the Galilee program. You ain't got to go to the program. You are keeping and you all got to want me thinking in your heart, I hope it don't go out like it ain't going to work out. You ought to be praying and asking the Lord, Lord, let it work out like it's supposed to work out. Let everything go out. But we found out that these kings got upset because they were going to build a wall. Folks hate when you get together. Let me tell you a little story, then I'm going to move on with it. I'm a big deer hunter. And one of the guys that hunted with us one day, he walked too close to the road, the game boy come along and gave him a ticket. and he had a buddy that was on the police force that was supposed to fix the ticket for him. Almost a year later, I'm in the cab one day and the game warden said, do you know this? I ain't gonna call his name, certain fella. Do you know this fella? I said, yeah, I know him. Well, I'm gonna have to issue a warrant for his arrest because he ain't raised that ticket. I hold on just a minute. Let me go to the truck and get my checkbook. I came back in there and raised the ticket. He said, you fellas stick together, don't you? I said, we tried to do it. I said, we're going down, all of that. And before that time, we used to always have problems with harassing us about them taking all the lives. Now, after that time, come on. When they go by there, come by the way. Y'all feel this stuff? It's something about being unified. It's something about being together. We can do a lot of things if we go try to stop it by some other thing. These folks will stay up at night. They'll move all kinds of sleep. One about how they gonna try to get even with you. Don't you know you ain't doing nothing but ruining your own health? Go to sleep. Don't worry about what somebody else does. Jesus said. Folks stay up all night. You get a new car, folks step up like that. I'm taking more money. Go to sleep. I said, thank God. He got that car. I know the Lord is working in this area. Thank God. I'm going to get to it. But they couldn't stop it, so they had to come up with something. But I know one thing about God. God is a revealer. He won't let nothing slip up on you. See, they found out that they were preparing to attack. And Nehemiah said, I got something for you too. He said, now we're going to build. We ain't going to stop building. But we're going to put one hand in the building and one hand to the sword. See, I want to let you know sometimes that you got to fight. Let them know. I ain't running. See, I done took a stand on the truth. And I'm not running, I'm going to stand on the truth. Keep your weapon in one hand and work with the other hand. But we found out that after all this was done, they got the wall filled up. Through all the opposition they had, they got the wall filled up. And that's what will happen with the church. When the church come together and go to working together. See, Jesus asked Peter one time about who do men say. And they went on and told them all about who they said he said, but who do you say? Then Peter spoke up and said, that of Christ, Son of a living God. And Jesus told us that flesh and blood has revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven, and the only truth that you never spoke. They said the gates of hell will not prevail against you. like me and made something beautiful out of me. When you're alive. Accept Jesus as your personal Savior. Allow Jesus to become the Lord of your life. He'll build up the walls in your life. And you'll be able to look like something. Folks will walk by you and they say, oh, you know, there's something different about you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It ain't nothing but Jesus. That's all it is. See, we're peculiar people. A raw priesthood. We different. We all right different. We all walk different. Folks ought to know who you is by where you walk. When you got the wall built up in your life. Now the question is, if it's anybody here tonight, and you know your wall is tall, I'd like for you to step out and don't worry about what somebody else says. It don't matter if you've been in the church 50 years. If your wall lay up, you need to get them up. Because just like I said on Monday night, the wind and the rain and the flood will be against you one day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You ain't got some solid wall. Fall down. If you ain't rooted in Jesus, you're going to fall by the way. But this is the message tonight. Build up your wall in Jesus. Jesus is the wall that we need. Somebody say he tore down the middle partition between us. And made a way for us to be able to come boldly to the throne of grace. You don't have to be ashamed now. All you got to do is take Jesus as your personal Savior. Then you can walk out and bold. And it don't matter if I go to the White House. I still ain't going to be ashamed to tell somebody I know Jesus. And I don't want to hear the truth. I don't care what I know, I'm going to say it. I may be in the minority, but it don't matter how many against it, I'm still going to say, I'm Jesus. Call my wall. There'll be